Hello students, I am Vani Malhotra, SST Mistress from Government Middle School, Salamatpur, District, SAS Nagar, Mohali. Students, we will be doing a very interesting lesson of class 10th, lesson 6, some glimpses of ancient Indian thought and practices. We will be doing this lesson in 3 parts. Today is the part 1 of this lesson. Let's get started. Students, you may agree with me that India is a land of cultural diversities. The culture of India is the oldest culture of the world, around 5,000 years. So students, before moving further, I would like to ask you a question. India is said to be a country of rich values and noble thoughts. How? Discuss. Students, let me give you a brief introduction of the author. Dr. D.V. Jindal is senior lecturer retired from SCD Government College, Ludhiana. Having been a member of various academic bodies at various levels, he is presently a member of the external faculty, Central Institute of English and Foreign Languages, Hyderabad, a PhD in phonetics from Punjab University, Chandigarh. He is an author of several books on language and literature. Let's read the text together. Some glimpses of ancient Indian thought and practices. Since times immemorial, India has always occupied a place of honor and glory in the comity of nations. The rich culture of this great country has been illumined by the great Vedas and the Purans, the Gita, the Ramayana and the Mahabharata, and rich thoughts that these and thousands of other Indian books of yore are studied with. Some selected snippets, episodes and gems of thought representing the ethos and philosophy of this great land are being given here as food for thought. Let's read the text further. In a fight between the demons and the gods, once the demons were having an upper hand. In desperation and anxiety, the gods went to Lord Vishnu to find out as to how they could vanquish the demons. The Lord advised them to get a mighty sword, a thunderbolt Vajrapat, prepared from the bones of some great sage. Accordingly, the gods approached the sage Datiji, a great saint. Datiji took no time in laying down his life so that his bones could be made into an invincible weapon, Amoghastra. This victory of the good over evil is the rarest of the rare examples of great renunciation and sacrifice that this culture teaches. Students, let's learn some new words and their meanings from the above text. First word is desperation, means a state of having no hope. Second, anxiety, meaning a state of feeling nervous. Third, vanquish, means to defeat completely. Fourth, invincible, means too strong to be defeated. Fifth, renunciation, means the act of giving up. Students, let me explain the above text for you. There is a common saying about India that unity in diversity, where people of many religions live together peacefully with their own separate cultures. Most of these episodes of ancient India are relevant in this modern era and teaches us a lot about the Vedas, the Purans, the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, the Gita, etc. Let us go through some ancient thought and practices and learn from them about culture and philosophy of this great land. Students, I will tell you a very interesting story of the demons and the gods and how a great saint Datiji sacrificed his life. Once in the war of gods and demons, gods were losing in war. They went to Lord Vishnu. "O Lord, we are losing the fight. Please help us." Lord Vishnu asked them to get a mighty sword, a Vajrapat, prepared from the bones of a great saint, and they would be able to defeat the demons. The gods approached the sage Datiji, a great saint. Datiji took no time and sacrificed his life to make a sword by his bones to defeat demons. Students, the sword made from the bones of a great saint, Datiji, was an invincible weapon, also known as Amoghastra. This was his great sacrifice. With that weapon, gods were able to defeat the demons. This supports the idea of the victory of the good over the evil. Students, let's move further and read the text. Who can forget the supreme sacrifice of the young sons of Shri Guru Gobind Singh? They chose to be bricked alive for the sake of their faith and the canons of justice and true liberty. Our philosophy and thought teach us to renounce, to sacrifice, to give away in charity, in the real spirit of detachment. Idam na mam. This does not belong to me is the real spirit behind the yajnas. We are called upon to perform frequently in our homes. Should corruption, greed, and lust for easy money have any place in a country rich with such noble and lofty traditions? Moving further with the reading of the text, the elder ones of this country, as per traditions coming down from thousands of years to this day, consider it a divine and blessed duty to feed the birds flying in the sky, the animals moving about on this earth, and the insects living in small holes inside the earth. This noble tradition is an ocular proof of the fact that the people of this country believe in the unity of life anywhere and everywhere. Vasudev Kutumbakam. The entire universe is one family, is the basic thought that works here and in the various such ceremonies like the tradition of langar in the holy temples and gurudwaras and the message of the holy gurus contained in the directive. Eat only after you have shared your meal with others. Vandchako. This idea of distribution applies not to food only. It extends well up to the entire resources and funds that are available to man. Do we still need to be taught to love the entire mankind as our kith and kin and respect the sanctity of life through total non-violence? Let's learn some new words and their meanings. First, canons means principles. Second, lofty means very high and impressive. Third, ocular means connected with the eyes. Fourth, sanctity means the state of being holy. Fifth, detachment means the state of being objective or aloof. Let me explain the above text for you. Our country is rich of such noble traditions. Nobody can forget the sacrifices made by the sons of Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji. They chose to be bricked alive for the sake of their faith, justice, and liberty. Our country teaches us to perform the yajnas in the spirit of charity, sacrifice, and detachment. In India, it is considered as a divine duty to feed the birds, animals, and insects. The people of India believe in unity of life, that is, Vasudev Kutumbakam. Students, do you think in a country like India, with such noble traditions have any place for corruption, greed, and lust. Our gurus gave the message of sharing meals. Vanchako. At a langar, meals are shared among hundreds of people. This gives the great idea of equality, brotherhood, and love. Students, do we still need to be taught to love the entire mankind? Students, let's do vocabulary exercise. Pick out the odd word which is not a synonym of the word given in italics in each set and put a circle around it. First word is demon, devil, angel, fiend. Second, sage, intellectual, mystic, spirit, guru. Third, victory, defeat, conquest, triumph, win. Fourth, faith, confidence, trust, belief, perception. Fifth, auspicious, holy, important, promising, impure. Sixth, sacred, blessed, secular, holy, revered. Let's see if you got them right. Demon, opposite is angel. Second, sage, opposite spirit. Third, victory, opposite defeat. Fourth, faith, opposite perception. Fifth, auspicious, opposite impure. Sixth, sacred, opposite secular. Students, here's a preposition exercise for you. Choose the correct preposition given in the bracket. First, he swore dash God that he was innocent by in. Second, it was a fight dash the gods and the demons. Bracket in between. Third, they live dash the same roof. Bracket below under. Fourth, they will do it dash pleasure. Bracket with in. Fifth, divide the food dash the two boys. Bracket between among. Sixth, there is no truth dash what she just said. Bracket in about. Seventh, she stood leaning dash the wall. Bracket on against. Eighth, she pushed the letter dash the door. Bracket under below. Students, check your answers. First, he swore by God that he was innocent. Second, it was a fight between the gods and the demons. Third, they live under the same roof. Fourth, they will do it with pleasure. Fifth, divide the food between the two boys. Sixth, there is no truth in what she just said. Seventh, she stood leaning against the wall. Eighth, she pushed the letter under the door. Students, here are some comprehension questions for you. Question number 1. What caused desperation to the gods? And the answer is, in the war of gods and demons, gods were losing in war. That caused desperation to the gods. Question number 2. Who did the gods go to in desperation? And the answer is, the gods went to Lord Vishnu to seek his help when they were in desperation. Question number 3. What was the sacrifice of Saint Datichi? And the answer is, Saint Datichi offered the bones of his body to the gods so that they can make a powerful weapon with them. Question number 4. What is the real spirit behind the yajnas performed in our homes? And the answer is, we perform the yajnas in our homes in the spirit of sacrifice, charity, renunciation, and detachment. Question number 5. What does the tradition of feeding birds and animals prove? And the answer is, the tradition of feeding birds and animals proves that the people of India believe in unity of life and the universe as one family. Question number 6. What does the practice of langar stand for? Explain. And the answer is, at langar, meals are shared among hundreds of people. They drink and eat same food in the simplest way. This gives humanity the great idea of love, equality, brotherhood, etc. This teaches them that sharing is caring. Students, here's a home assignment for you. Please write this question in your English notebook. How does the author support the idea of the victory of the good over the evil? Students, here's another home assignment for you. Add prefixes to the given words to form their antonyms. First, easily. Second, wise. Third, equal. Fourth, available. Fifth, auspicious. Sixth, guide. Seventh, respect. Eighth, proper. Ninth, honor. 10th, justice. 11th, separable. 12th, sufficient. Students, I end my lecture with a saying by Mahatma Gandhi that a nation's culture resides in the hearts and in the soul of its people. That's all for today, students. The rest of the lesson we will be doing in part 2. Thank you. Happy learning.